Welcome to the first International Open Science Fair conference. I'm Yannis Ioannidis. I'm the chair of the conference. I'm also president of the Athena Research Center, which is the Greek research center that is exclusively focusing on informatics and communications, and also professor of informatics. So I come from the digital world. In the next 3 days, we'll explore the wonderful world of open science that is opening up in front of us and starting to change the way, the very heart of the scientific endeavor, the very way that we operate in science. It hasn't changed yet, but I think it's the way to go. There are many open questions about open science, many more than those that we have answers for. Even the very meaning of open science is open. And if I ask 100 of you, what does open science mean to you? I think I'll get 101 answers. It is not clear yet. We don't know, we haven't really captured what open science encompasses, but we'll do that. Understanding what open science is, how to achieve it, how to address the challenges around it, how to harness the opportunities that it offers, is the goal of this conference. And in the next 3 days, through the plenaries and the parallels and the discussions in the corridors and hallways, I think we'll make good progress on this. This is what Open Science Fair is about. But for me, open science is all about open access. And then you may immediately say, well, open access is just one little thing. Well, open access to publications, which was the beginning of open science, is one part of it. But then it moved to open access to data and all the other results of research. But now it starts and takes by fire the very process of research. Open access to instruments, to research infrastructures, to protocols, to methods. Everything that we do in the research life cycle comes now with a vision of openness. And the most important element of this openness is openness of people. Openness to people and openness for the people. Not just the ability to collaborate that was always kind of with us, but more to the point, openness of everyone to the data of the research, openness to citizen scientists, to students, of college, university, or even secondary education, even primary education, and anyone else with a scientific interest. Openness gives them the opportunity to do science, to help research. And you see many examples in the news. Oh, this little 6-year-old found a new star, and so on and so forth. And many. This openness makes the whole society be involved in the scientific research. And I see it coming, not just being involved in the research itself, but also in research policies. What does society want scientists to do research on? Now it is too indirect. I think openness will lead us to the way where this is possible. Why should we bother about open science? Okay, all this openness is good, but why? For me, it's a matter of truth, a matter of accountability of the scientists for the results. Many research results are wrong. They cannot be reproduced, and reproducibility is a contract that we should have with society when we do science. Just this morning, I was reading in a news item that for climate change, 3% of the scientists produce results that show that climate change is not man-made. 97% say, we have to do something about it, it's because of us. 3% say no. This news article was saying that People tried to reproduce the results of these 3%, and they couldn't. Did they do it on purpose? Or did something happen? They made the wrong assumptions? That's beyond the point. We have to reproduce our results. And it's not just reproducibility of the science. It's also about fake news, about politicians and not politicians and others just spreading wrong information in the name of science. I don't think I need to give an example to you about when this happens. And it's not just only reproducibility, it's a matter of innovation, opening up the results of the science that taxpayers paid for so that small companies, other scientists can use them and move forward towards innovating, towards creating wealth. And above all, it's a matter of democracy. Open science is democratizing science, giving the opportunity to researchers in small institutions, in poor countries, developing countries, people who are not networked enough to take the results of other scientists and use their power and use their skills to move forward as scientists. And this is, for me, the heart of why we need open science. There are many phenomena around the world, especially in Europe and the US, of fear, closeness, introversion, and darkness, capturing the spirit of the people, the spirit of society. But like many other times in history, science is leading the way, which is exactly in the other direction. It leads the way into open air, into opening up society, towards open minds, and to fostering collaboration among people, to extroversion. Open science is about democracy, and what better place to talk about open science than the cradle of democracy, which is Athens. Welcome to Open Science Fair.